Hi, my name is Lissandra. Welcome back to the Math Resource Center at HCL Mavry campus. In this video, we'll go over the symmetry power functions handout. So the question reads, determine power and constant of variation. Number 1, function of x is 2x to the 5/7 power. Now, let's start by determining the power and the constant of variation of number 1. So let's start with the power of number 1. The power will be the number to which the function is elevated. In this case, it will be 5/7. And then the constant will be the number right in front of the variable. So in this case, it will be 2. And that will be it for number 1. Now let's do the same thing for number 2. The power will be the power to which the variable is elevated. In this case is -6. And then the constant will be the number right in front of the variable, or in this case, 5. And that will be the final answer for number 1 and 2. Now, let's move on to question 3. Determine the domain and range, intercepts, and behavior, continuity, regions of increase and decrease. And the function is f of x equals 4x to the -4th. Now, let's start with the domain. The domain of this function is -infinity to 0, union 0 till infinity. Now that we have the domain, we could work on the range. And the range is from 0 to infinity. Now the intercepts of this graph, there are not intercepts. The function is increasing from -infinity to 0, and it's decreasing from 0 to infinity. And it shows an infinite discontinuity at x equals 0. And that's all for question number 3. Now, moving on to question 4, let's do exactly the same thing. So let's start with the domain. Is -infinity till infinity. The range is 0 to infinity, with the 0 included. The x-intercept is 0, and the y-intercept is 0 as well. The function is continuous on its entire domain, which is -infinity till infinity. It's increasing from 0 till infinity and decreasing from -infinity till 0. And that's all for question 4. Now, moving on to the last question, question number 5. Let's do exactly the same thing. So let's start with the domain. The domain of this function is negative infinity till 0, union 0 till infinity. Its range is from 0 till infinity. The intercepts of this function are none, since there is not intercept. The function is increasing from negative infinity till 0, and it's decreasing from 0 till infinity, and it shows an infinite discontinuity at x equals 0. And that's it for question 5. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions.